All right, welcome back to another Buzz edition of the 1 Point Perspective podcast. Today we'll be discussing the buzz surrounding the movie, The Hallway Wanderer. Now, this is brought to us by the Prickly Pear crew, which is helmed by Emily and Grace Hagen, Maddie Cunningham, and Kira Connors. Now, this movie is a nature-style documentary following one of the epidemics happening at the high school now, which is students wandering the halls when they're supposed to be in class. So pretty exciting stuff. Man versus school vibes for those who are familiar.
Year 8, I think.
Yeah, year 8. Yeah.
So of course I'm going to be excited about anyone doing a mockumentary, but this is such a great idea for one. With mockumentary, you want it to feel as real as possible, and from what I've seen, they're doing a really good job of committing to that documentary style. All handheld, all continuous, long takes for each scene, which is it makes things both easier and harder at the same time. It simplifies it because we're basically getting one shot for a scene, but at the same time, if everything has to be timed out perfectly, if one thing is off, you have to go back and do the whole thing over again. Yeah. And then you can't really mix and match takes, so it's kind of a give and take there with that style.
Yeah, they're certainly committed to this this style, and they have a vision again, and they're really going for it. And they're making 2 movies, which we'll talk about the other one later. But their ability to stay organized, keep their talent. So they have some of our frequent flyers in the hallway, which is great. They were in the class. We have Mo, Q, and Magoo. Those are 3 of our stars. We also have Alex T. Those 4 guys are, anytime you go out in the hallway, you're probably going to run into one of them. They're really really selling the bit, and I think it will play well. Again, I think this style of movie tends to be pretty easy to pump in jokes. Again, the beauty of it, if it doesn't work, we don't have to play it. But like you said, if it doesn't work, we'll just pivot, do something else, make it as funny as we possibly can.
Yeah, but they've been an impressive group. They might work as well together as any as I've seen this year. I mean, they're all really into it. They're very collaborative on set. And the good thing with the documentary is it gives you a lot of freedom to play around with stuff, and we can add stuff. And all the best moments in Crusade, those aren't in the script. So if they can find those moments outside of the script, it will really take it to a new level.
Yeah, just about piggyback, and this is probably the full crew effort from this crew. It has to be noted. I can't, and the fact that they're doing 2 movies and it's just everybody has a job, and they're always working. They're 4 directors.
That's how it feels.
That's how it was. This is one that I said, hey, I want you to do The Hallway Wanderer, and we'll get to the genesis of their other movie when we do that buzz. But they were like, oh, that's it? I feel like we can do more. And I was fortunately, things fell in place, but it was we have 4 directors, and they all act like 4 directors. And I think that, again, I kind of would point to these girls just as this is how you do it, especially that, for Kira acted in The Spill last year. Maddie was part of Headline for the Plum Crew 2 years ago. But they don't have a ton of film experience.
You would never know it by watching them.
You would never know. And so, really good props to them for that. So excited to see how this one turns out. Again, this one is, I know you and I, this is a movie that this is our style. So
it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah.
We're going to be laughing at this one. So I guess with that being said, the buzz for the movie The Hallway Wanderer is a tall, iced, brown sugar, oat milk, shaken espresso with cinnamon.
Wow.
Yeah. There you have it. All right, folks. That's your buzz for the movie The Hallway Wanderer, brought to us by the Prickly Pear crew. Till next time.